do
Give me
that.
something clever, Chris.
You can leave that in, Brett. Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 12:05. My name is Chris and I'm a volunteer with the Isle of Wight County Museum. Today I'd like to talk to you about bus service in the town of Smithfield and the surrounding areas, specifically in the 1920s. And today we're standing across from the Smithfield Inn, which during this time period was called Sykes Inn, was owned by the Sykes family. So in 1928, there were two gentlemen who were well known in Smithfield, Captain A.F. Jester and his son Carl, and they decided to start a bus route that ran from Smithfield to various points, not only around the peninsula, but on the south side and other areas as far as Richmond and Petersburg. And it was called the Smithfield Newport News Transit. The Smithfield Inn kindly provided us with a photograph of one of the early buses that were used to transport passengers and also freight. They provided service for a number of years from about 1928 till 1931, when Peninsula Transit Company actually bought the Smithfield Newport News Transit. Looking at old bus schedules from that time period, this bus service provided folks with transportation leaving Smithfield from Sykes Inn as well as Simpson's Drugstore, and they did this on a daily basis. They typically went 4 times a day, and the bus schedules actually list the times as being 9:46 a.m., 1:46 p.m., 5:46 p.m., and then in the evening again at 9:46 p.m. So they were very precise in the timing. But they would pick up these folks and pick up freight. These could be things from the local businesses here that they wanted to transport to other localities, and of course the passengers themselves. So the fares at that time were generally a one-way fare, or average of 50 to 75 cents. $1 would get you a round trip to, say, from Smithfield to Newport News. And I will add that the Peninsula Transit Company, they also provided connecting services, as did the Smithfield Newport News bus service, to other modes of transportation. For instance, railroads. In Suffolk, Newport News, and other areas, the bus services would get people and freight to the connecting railroads that may turn go to Richmond and even outside of those areas, Danville and other parts of the state. So it was very popular, and it kind of took the place, so to speak, of trolley service that was in some areas and streetcar type services. When buses came along, they became really, really popular. To extend the routes of the services, they had folks appear before the State Corporation Commission. They took over the bus services as far as regulating them. They'd have to request extensions of their routes. In the first part of 1931, the Smithfield Newport News business went to the State Corporation Commission in Richmond and were able to get approval for extension of their bus service to Franklin, which was something that many residents and others were looking forward to. They were granted that permission. But then I found an article in April where the Peninsula Transport Corporation actually was trying again to purchase them. And in June, they succeeded. So, no matter what mode of transportation you be using today, I hope that it's always on time and it's always at a bargain price, like the bus routes of the old days. Thank you for joining us, and have a bus day.